Hello, my name is Daryl Pace. The topic of my presentation is Electronic Learning Trend Connected Classrooms, or ePals. On the bottom of my slide are two hyperlinks. One is a tiny URL which leads to the education world, and the other is a hyperlink that leads to ePals. This slide is my graphic organizer. I use this to come up with my main ideas for my presentation. I have highlighted 5 of the items with a glow, a yellow glow, and those are the main features that we're going to talk about. Slide 3 gives the appearance that we're working in reverse, as the graphic organizer contained many more topics than this. However, these 6 topics, or actually people, are going to be the main focus of my presentation. Common Core is basically a set of standards that currently 45 states have adopted that, for the most part, at any given time during the school year, every student in these 45 states per subject should be at the same point. What this does is, if people are moving across the country, it'll make it easier, and if nothing else, it gives one standard for practically every school-age child in America. Parents need to get on board with the Common Core because, one, they don't have a choice, and two, it's a system that is going to be used, and the more they understand it, the better off the students will be. And like I said, students everywhere except for 5 states will be using the Common Core standards, and that's the guidelines that they're going to be expected to attain. The next slide I have is kind of a spoof about a parent and an educator or an administrator.
Can you please tell me why we are using Common Core standards in our state that we can't really change?
Because the Common Core standards are rigorous. They are for the children.
Can you please show me how they are more rigorous?
They are rigorous because they are for college and career readiness.
How will delaying algebra another year help my child get ready for college?
Your child will learn a little bit of algebra in kindergarten. Your child will be ready for college or a career.
What kind of a career? One that requires a tech school certificate? Or 4 years of college? Or a postgraduate degree?
We have databases that will track what career is best for your child. You should support us in this.
But parents have the natural right and responsibility to direct the education of their own children.
You sound like a crazy.
How can ePals and Common Core complement each other? Firstly, students from all of America can communicate and collaborate with each other. Secondly, educators can review work from students across America to determine if their lesson plans are in line with other educators. Parents can see the effect communicating with students from different places has on their children, and hopefully this effect will be positive. The world is becoming regrettably a smaller place, and ePals is just one of many methods used in this process.
The best learning experiences connect people to ideas and to each other. When that happens, you're ready to create moments of discovery, the sparks that ignite a lifelong passion for learning. ePals makes these moments possible every day. ePals gives you a safe, simple, and effective way to introduce new concepts, explore new cultures, and foster the authentic personal connections that turn abstract ideas into life-changing student experiences. This incredible journey starts with a single step, using ePals' classroom matching feature to connect with learners around the world who share your interests and objectives. Intelligent filters like language preference, age range, class size, and geography empower you to find the best possible classroom partners. And there's nothing like the thrill when you've made your first match. As an ePals member, you'll find a library of classroom-ready, standards-based projects that closely align with your curriculum. You can also create and publish new projects that other members can join. And inside each project workspace, you'll get the latest social learning tools, including private blogs, media galleries, and discussion forums that bring your collaborations to life, safely helping your students put learning into their own hands. With ePals' new classroom workspaces, We make it easier for you to create, manage, assess, and grade student work. In ePals Learning Centers, your students can develop skills independently with materials from trusted educational brands like Smithsonian, National Geographic, and Cobblestone and Cricket. And best of all, it's free to join. It's safe for students of all ages and proven effective by millions of educators and learners in 200 countries worldwide. Help your students create their own moments of discovery. Become an ePals member today.
The network director is responsible for electronic connectivity. This includes maintaining the internet portal, helping with iPad connectivity, with passwords for students, tracking the students as they search websites, and limiting them to what's within the student handbook for the particular school district. A very important issue is bandwidth management. With sometimes up to 1,000 students accessing the internet at the same time, it's guaranteed that every Wi-Fi connection or booster is powered with a Cat5 cable. And I would say that the bandwidth going into the school would have to be in the hundreds of gigabytes per second. Hardware allocation is wedged between the network director and administrators. It's in this position because the administrators rely on the network directors to inform them of the latest trends and the latest technology, and the administrators are responsible for the funding of the hardware. Apple Computers has been helping schools by supplying the students with either MacBooks, iPads, and they're supplying the school districts with Apple TVs. The Apple TVs are used to show dissection videos from YouTube. The iPads are obviously used for ePals. They're used for apps that they can use in science or math and English. And the MacBooks are a laptop that basically do the same thing as an iPad plus a little bit more. The administration or administrators have a very important function in the electronic learning trend or connected classrooms. They write proposals or grants and try to get basically free money from either the government or businesses. Apple Computers has been very friendly with school districts by supplying them with either iPads, MacBooks, or Apple TV. Probably the most influential and important group of people in this list are the educators. They provide professional resources for the students. They help them understand, help them connect with ePals, show them how, monitor and make sure that they're talking with the people of the appropriate age group, etc. They also build lesson plans that can be used interactively with children all over the world, which can give them a varying view based on American education. They also can do interactive tests so that they can test children from anywhere in the world. And they do quite a bit of technology support for their kids. They're basically the first line of defense. If the educator can't fix a problem, then they go to the IT support or the network director. The students, they help with everything. One way they help is by maintaining the hardware that they're provided, which of course keeps everyone else in this wheel happy. And the main thing they should do is participate. By participating, they can use cooperative and collaborative means to gain more knowledge in whatever subject they're in. For example, in science, if they're not really understanding something, they might have a better way of grasping Newtonian physics if they speak to somebody in Germany or Japan, and just get a fresh point of view on the topic. Another issue and concern that educators and parents alike will probably have is that the students are respectful to each other when they're dealing with ePals and or any other type of online activity with other students. Three ways the parents can help with the electronic learning trend and connected classrooms is by teaching responsibility for the hardware and the equipment, teaching respect for educators and other students and peers, and by, most importantly, accepting the fact that students aren't taught the way they were. Um, and the teachers don't stand in front of the class and dictate for an hour like what happened whenever the parents were in school. Now it's more of a cooperative measure between the students and the teachers, and the electronic learning trend is just another way to get the students involved, and parents need to understand and accept